Something occurred to me last night, but I didn't record it last night, but I was thinking about it as I woke up this morning. And this might be obvious to everyone else, but I literally just realized it as I'm brushing my teeth in the mirror last night before I went to bed. When women say, we don't need men, we mean we don't need men. We don't need men for financial support. We don't need men for happiness and emotional connection because they're really bad at that. Basically, we're saying we don't need men to survive. But when men hear us say we don't need men, they hear men are worthless, men have no value. Like for me anyway, that blew my freaking mind, that realization. Because I think that's why they get in the comments and they're like, well, who's going to do all the jobs? Which is ridiculous because we know that the jobs they mention, usually women either can or are currently doing them as we speak. But you'll notice the kinds of guys that have this reaction when they jump in your comments, they jump in immediately to defend their value in society at large. I mean, you have the hateful ones that just say, good luck dying alone with cats. But the vast majority of them, of the red pillars, like in particular, they're always like, well, who's going to do all the jobs? Who's going to protect you? Who's going to whatever? Like, honey, that ain't what we're talking about. And also protect us from whom? But yeah, I think they think we're saying they are worthless. And the reason it's so easy for them to think that is because their definition of what it means to be a man is so narrow that they can't imagine anything masculine or manly, most of those things that don't revolve around a woman. Because so much of their identity around being a man is getting a woman, bedding a woman, convincing a woman to have your children, protecting a woman. Even though they don't, I'm talking about their idea of what manhood is, right? Getting, bedding, marrying, breeding, protecting, providing, right? That's pretty much it, right? If your entire identity is wrapped up in the idea that women need you, and then women say they don't need you, they're interpreting that as, oh my gosh, I have no value in this world. That is a ridiculous leap, and that's completely illogical to most women thinking about it. But you got to understand how these men conceptualize masculinity. And once you understand that, you totally get why they react the way that they do. So my advice to these men is to quit with the performative masculinity. Stop worrying so much about looking like a man, acting like a man, protecting your masculine image or whatever, and just focus on being a person, being a fully formed, functioning, whole adult person. You don't have to make $1 million. You don't have to have washboard abs. You don't have to be 6 feet tall. Just go to school, get a job, be a functioning adult, help your community, help your neighbors, be nice to your family. When you see someone in danger in public, help them. Women do that all the time. We come to the aid of other women and children who are in trouble all the time. Be an asset to your community and stop thinking of your value solely in its relation to a woman. We did that for a very long time because we were told that we have no value unless we're attached to a man. We got over that. Y'all didn't. In the last 50 years or so, we've learned how to be complete whole people. We have redefined what it means to be a woman. And we didn't let go of all the things like motherhood, being a housewife, whatever. There are women that still do that, a lot of them. But we just expanded the definition of what it means to be a woman. The definition of what it means to be a man, that definition has not expanded at all, ever. They think they're worthless because we don't need them. I mean, deep down, they know we don't need them, but it's kind of awkward for them when we say it out loud. The truth of the matter is that men need us, except that they don't. Let me explain. Men currently, in the way that they function in the world, need women. because men are not socialized to take care of themselves. Men are not socialized to have emotional regulation, emotional intelligence. Obviously, if you're a man and you want to have children and adoption is out of the question for you, you need a woman to have children with. But I'm just talking about the basic necessities of life, the adulting part. You can do all that. You can do all that. You can emotionally regulate. You can be empathetic. You can work. You can cook. You can clean. These are all skills that women develop because just we had to, we were expected to. But also they're skills that you need just for basic adult living, you know? To have a clean, organized, functioning home. That's just an adult thing. That's not gendered. But you insist on being helpless. And that's why you need us. If you weren't so dedicated to remaining helpless, you wouldn't need us. But you do. And that's your fault, not ours. I beg you, I beseech you, just try and be a person. To these young guys who are out here who are like maybe confused or lonely or haven't had sex or whatever, just focus on being a person. Find something you like, find people you like, and engage and spend time with those people and do that thing. Contribute to your community. Build a life. Because you don't need a romantic partner to do that. How do I know? Because there are millions of women who have great, well-rounded, wonderfully happy and peaceful lives who do not have a romantic relationship with a man. Or with a woman for that matter. They don't have any romantic relationship. But they have a vast network, or even just a small, strong network of really close friends, chosen family, and maybe extended family. And that's their support system. That's their community. You need to build that for yourselves. Your survival depends on it. And this decision isn't a retaliation. We're not trying to harm you. We're just protecting ourselves. We're not out to get you. It's just that the cost-benefit analysis for heterosexual women is not in our favor. The odds are not ever in our favor. I hope this helps.